Novak Djokovic is used to taking on the world's best on the court.
Make it 9 for Novak.
And usually winning. But what happens when this superstar player comes up against a powerful new rival?
Novak Djokovic versus the Australian government? Wait, is that right? It is?
Yes, the Aussie government. You see, when the world number one landed in Melbourne to play in the 2022 Australian Open, there was a problem. He was stopped on arrival by border officials and detained because the government cancelled his visa.
Advantage government. Wait, what's a visa?
Well, it's an official document that gives someone legal permission to enter a different country. There are lots of different kinds, like for holidays, work, study, and even for refugees. Each one of them comes with different rules. And the government has the power to take away a visa and make someone leave the country. In Djokovic's case, it all came down to him not being vaccinated against COVID. Tennis Australia and the Victorian government gave him permission to play in the Open anyway, because he said he'd recovered from COVID recently and therefore didn't need to be vaccinated.
Advantage Djokovic.
But the federal government gets the final say about who's allowed in. And it says Djokovic didn't show enough evidence about not needing the jab. It also says his reluctance to get the vaccine could have a bad influence on the Australian public. So it knocked his visa back.
We've got to be very clear about what the role of the federal government is, and that is to make sure that our borders are protected.
Djokovic obviously wasn't happy, and he hit back through his lawyers, which put the ball in the other court.
Wait, where'd the ball go?
Oh, an actual court, I mean.
Oh. Short break time.
But after a bit of back and forth and a couple of court cases, the government's decision was backed up. And Djokovic was sent home to Serbia and may not be allowed back for 3 years.
I'm sorry for him.
No, it's really bad, I'm really angry because of it, and I'm sad because of it and angry.
While some people reckon sending the tennis star home was the right move,
if he's not going to get vaccinated, he needs to do what everyone else is doing and stay home.
others say they're confused or annoyed about the way it was all handled on the world stage.
He had a visa, right? So I don't think he would have traveled here just by luck without him thinking that he would be able to play.
As an Australian athlete that's seen what this guy has done, for us and, for the sport, I just don't think it's right how we're handling it.
And others, well, they're just happy to play on.
Tennis keep going, and Australian Open is much more important than any player.
But Djokovic isn't the only athlete this happened to, and he might not be the last. Czech tennis player Renata Vorochova also had her visa cancelled just before the Open because of her COVID vax status. And the government says the same thing could happen to other reportedly unvaccinated sports stars, like American surfer Kelly Slater, who's expected to compete here in a few months.
Either way, it looks like it's game, set, match for Australia's government when it comes to this world number one. Now, how do I get off this chair? Anyone? No? It's quite high.